Sichuan, a province landlocked at the heart of China, is home to stunning natural scenery, busy, bustling metropolitan cities, the most hospitable and friendliest people, and of course, some of the best foods I've ever tasted, hands down. Today will be a compilation of the 10 best dishes coming from Sichuan cuisine. It's about to get very spicy. UNESCO declared Chengdu, the capital of Sichuan Province, to be a city of gastronomy in 2011 to recognize the sophistication of its cooking. Its foundation built on slow burning of dried chilies, pungent bites of raw garlic, and mouth-numbing handfuls of citrus-scented Sichuan peppercorns. It has amazing bold flavors. Many would think that Sichuan food just brings the heat. However, what truly makes it unique is the numbness it brings, due to the Sichuan peppercorns, only grown in Sichuan. Without further ado, let's get this video started. Right, at number 10, this dish is called xiao su rou, or little crispy pork. It's a deep fried fatty pork dish studded with plenty of numbing Sichuan pepper. To me, xiao su rou seems like the perfect drinking food. It's crispy to the max, absolutely amazing flavor, addictive, a wonderful way to open up your appetite for the meal to come. The spicier cousin to the wontons, but covered in delicious chili oil instead of a pure chicken broth. One of the signature street foods of Sichuan, a true Chengdu snack. Juicy dumplings covered in bright red chili oil, super satisfying. This tantalizing little appetizer is appealing anytime, especially during winter. One bite of the savory wonton accompanied by the heat of the chili oil is enough to warm any stomach. No Sichuan list of any kind will be complete without the mention of Sichuan Hotpot.麻辣火锅. Mala means numbing spice. It's the heart and soul of the broth. Loaded with chilies, spice, Sichuan peppercorns and beef broth, maximizing and elevating flavor with everything you dip into the pot. Needless to say, it can get extremely spicy, but that's part of the experience. Hotpot to the people of Sichuan is not just a dish, a meal out, it's a lifestyle, something they literally cannot live without. On a cold wintry night, beers, mala hotpot and friends is all you need. Duck's blood, pig intestines, tripe, kidney, gizzards. If I told you that I love eating all of these items in a bowl, you'll probably call the psychiatric ward. But bear with me, Mao Xue Wang is delicious. Legend has it that in the 1940s, a period where famine was rife in China, a butcher in Chongqing sold his shop innards and scraps at very low prices. One day they decided to put everything into the broth with chili and peppercorns. The outcome was a delicious broth. This dish soon became known as Mao Xue Wang. Mao in Chongqing dialect means rough, and also implies that the ingredients in the dish are somewhat sloppy. In recent years, spam and thick noodles were added to the dish. Known as jianghu cai, or common folk dishes, where the ingredients were humble but cooked to a very high standard. The dish should be ma, la, xiang, xian, tang, numbing, spicy, fresh, fragrant, and piping hot. There are two famous dishes part of the Yuxiang family. One is Yuxiang Rosi, fish fragrant shredded pork, and the other Yuxiang茄子, the aubergines. I decided to choose the latter as the list is loaded with meat dishes. And if this dish is served with no meat, it hands down is one of the best vegan dishes on the planet. Spicy, sweet, sour, and the one key ingredient, the soul of many Sichuan dishes, the douba jiang, the spicy bean paste. The careful and delicate balance of flavors will leave this amazing taste in your memories for decades.夫妻肺片 literally translates as husband and wife's lung slices. A married couple selling this so well in the early 1930s, it was named after them. Most versions today don't use actual lungs in the recipe. Instead, you can expect shavings of braised and chilled beef tongue or heart, along with thin slices of tendon and tripe, paper thin and crunchy in texture. The slices are tossed in a beautiful chili vinaigrette and served with roasted peanuts and chopped coriander. If you generally avoid offal, this might be a good way to introduce yourself to it. The flavor is almost completely dominated by the absolutely delicious sauce it's soaked in. Twice cooked pork. Thinly sliced pork belly, cooked twice, first boiled, then stir fried. The key flavor, fragrant and spicy, comes from two versatile condiments, chili bean paste and the fermented black beans. Vegetables such as leek, green garlic, fresh chili are added to provide the nutritive balance of the dish. Cooked and prepared properly, this dish should be served with paper-thin slices of pork belly. Savouriness from the bean paste and fermented black beans, one of the few dishes hailing from Sichuan that is not spicy. Many Chinese dishes are judged for their quality with rice pairings, a term called xiafan. The more bowls of rice you can eat with accompanying dishes proves the flavour of the dish. And this, my friends, I give it 10 out of 10. Soft tofu, ground beef or pork, fermented chili bean paste, a handful of Sichuan peppercorns and plenty of red hot chili oil to create a humble and simple, soul-satisfying dish. Mapo Tofu has changed many people's perception of tofu, and I think he has achieved worldwide influence. Hence, it deserves a spot in the top 3. Translated as firecracker chicken. Crispy, bold flavour and addicting. Bite-sized chicken cooked and fried on the bone. We all know cooking with the bone means more flavour. The original popcorn chicken. You can never just eat one. It might look intimidating because it's usually served with a pile of chilies, but it's not. That just adds a fragrance and a lovely aroma to the dish. It's more numbing than spicy. It's one of my personal favourites, but I think internationally the next dish has more impact and it narrowly edges it. This dish I'm sure everyone is familiar, but a local Chinese takeaway version of this compared to the real deal, I can promise you it's night and day. Small diced chicken thighs should be sweet, sour, slightly spicy, melt in your mouth tender, making you want to lick the plate. Even the leeks and the peanuts you can't stop popping. Not loaded with MSG and deep fried covered in grease. This is one of the representative dishes of Sichuan cuisines served to the world leaders at state banquets. This is not only one of the best dishes in Sichuan, but one of the best in the universe, and for that reason, I think it deserves to be number 1. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider subscribing or check out some of my other videos right here. Until next time, bye.